There was a surprising amount of guns shown at the Black Ops 7 reveal event, and I'm going to talk about every single gun that I could spot, so here we go. First and foremost, the Peacekeeper Mark I. It is prominently shown in this reveal, it is mostly used by David Mason, and it is exactly the same version from Black Ops 2. It is the PDW version, and is chambered in 5.7 by 28mm. Also, one interesting tidbit about this gun is that we finally know its country of origin. It's an Austrian gun, and this time it's manufactured by a fictional manufacturer called EAM. I have to assume, therefore, that EAM is an Austrian manufacturer, and there is another gun in this reveal that is made by them. This also has me assume that the entire Peacekeeper platform is Austrian made. So if you've seen my Peacekeeper Evolution video, back then I didn't actually know where the Peacekeeper came from. I just knew it was made by a manufacturer called Alexander Inc. But I guess that has been Recon, and it's made by a different company, and it's Austrian in origin. So there you go, we finally know the country of origin of the Peacekeeper. Next we have the Dravik 45, or is it Dravik 45? I'm gonna call it Dravik 45. This is another SMG. This one is chambered in 45 ACP, and it is that weird Bison-esque SMG that we've been seeing. It's kind of a carbine because it's actually quite lengthy for an SMG. The weird thing about it is that being Bison inspired, the default magazine for it is straight. A straight box magazine and not helical, even though if you look at the reveal video when they talk about Gunsmith, you can actually see it has an extended magazine that looks like a helical magazine. It actually makes the gun look like a Bison, but it's just the same Dravik 45. The logics behind this gun are beyond me, and it's very weird that the extended magazine attachment makes more sense than the default magazine, but there you go. Also, for some reason, when I was looking at the video, I thought that the iron sights of this thing looked a lot like the Chimera from Modern Warfare 2, which made me think that this was a Honey Badger, but upon looking at it further, no, it's just the same gun, and it's shown quite a bit in this reveal as well. This gun is also manufactured by EAM, same as the Peacekeeper, so this should be Austrian in origin. And finally, I'm going to assume, given the caliber, that this is going to be that versatile SMG, much like the MSMC or the VMP. Versatile and hard hitting, so probably not great rate of fire, but pretty good damage up close. And it should take the same role as those guns, which also makes me think that we might not see a VMP precursor or an MSMC successor. So all in all, I do think this is a pretty cool gun. Next up, really quickly, let's talk about the Maddox, because we see what seems to be a precursor to the Maddox. There's not a lot of footage of it, but we see David Mason here carrying a Maddox-esque gun. And if that's the case, then this should be your fast-fire assault rifle, much like the FAMAS or your FFAR from Black Ops 6. Next, we have what I truly wholeheartedly believe to be the predecessor or precursor to the ICR platform from Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4. This is a very AR-15 inspired gun, although I think it would be more accurate to say this is more of an HK416/417 inspired gun. Now, it doesn't look nearly enough like an HK416. Your more accurate point of reference in Call of Duty would be the M27 from Black Ops 2. However, given the key features of this gun, and given that the ICR platform is based on the HK416, I do truly believe that this is going to be the precursor of the ICR platform. I'm not sure if they're going to call it ICR or anything close to that. I couldn't see or spot the name of this gun. But if that's the case, then this would be your accuracy assault rifle, much like the Krieg 6 in Black Ops Cold War or the Ames 85 in Black Ops 6. And then we have another returning gun, the KN57, KN44. Actually, given the year, it would make sense if this was called the KN35. perhaps. But this is pretty much your AK for this game. You cannot have a Call of Duty game without an AK of some description, so this is pretty much what that covers. Now let's talk about the M8A1, a returning gun from Black Ops 2, one of the cooler, more iconic guns from Black Ops 2. We don't know if this time it's going to be a 4-round burst assault rifle, much like the Black Ops 2 counterpart. Also, one key detail about this thing is that, you know, much like the XM8 is made by HK in real life, the M8A1 is made by KS in the Black Ops universe. KS, if you don't know, is Kuhn and Schmidt. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but that is Treyarch's version of HK. Kind of like how Infinity Ward has Lachman and Mir. Treyarch has Kuhn and Schmidt, and you can see the very same logo on many HK guns from the Black Ops series, especially Black Ops Cold War and some guns in Black Ops 4. You can very much see that it's Kuhn and Schmidt, so Treyarch keeping their continuity with manufacturers, at least with the HK, fake HK version that they have, but that's pretty cool that there is still some continuity in that sense. Next, and for the final assault rifle that I could spot or at least recognize, the Eagle. The Eagle seems to be an American-made version of the Rampart 17 from Black Ops 4. I say that because it has the same build as the Rampart 17. The Rampart 17 is a SCAR-based platform, but there are some key differences like the inclined magazine well as the thumbhole stock. And the Eagle here seems to have the same visual cues, so it's like a very different lower receiver with a very SCAR-esque upper receiver and barrel and pretty much everything else. The reason I say it's American made is because the Rampart 17 in Black Ops 4 is actually made in Germany. However, this time it's made by a manufacturer called Greaves Armory, and I believe they also make, I think it was the Echo 12 shotgun. That sounds like a pretty American name, unless, I don't know, it could be British, it could be, I don't know. I'm just gonna assume that it's American made. That's going to be your hard-hitting, slow-fire assault rifle. And from some clips we can also see that the default capacity of this gun is 25 rounds instead of 30, so that goes along with the idea that it hits a lot harder, you have less rounds for it, and it's probably also cheaper in 7.62 NATO. Also, real quick before I forget, there is the Cordite SMG from Black Ops 4. Now, there was a leaked image a while ago that I'm not sure I can show, so I'm not gonna risk it, but that pretty much confirms the return of the Cordite. The Cordite is basically a P90 inspired SMG, but the magazine is on the left side of the gun instead of on top of the gun, which is really weird. But the gun is actually pretty fun to use. It also came with the Belfid mod, which basically meant infinite ammo at the cost of overheating, much like the belt-fed ammo mod for LMGs in Black Ops 6. Maybe perhaps we could see that ammo mod return as a prestige attachment, which is something that they mentioned in their blog. When you prestige your guns for the first time, you should receive a prestige attachment, which hopefully is like a rather unique ammo mod for your guns. Next, there is this LMG. This is, as far as I'm aware, not inspired by any previous LMG in the Black Ops series. It's not a Mark 48, it's not an LSAT, it's nothing from BO3 or BO4. This seems to be a completely new LMG. On the inspect animation here, we can see that it says multi-cal system. I'm not sure, and I truly don't think that they're gonna take advantage of this this little feature right here. Multi-cal system is something akin to, say, the FN Evolis, or if you need a Call of Duty reference, that's the TAC Evolver, where you could change the caliber of the gun. It changes from 7.62 NATO to 5.56 NATO. For enhanced rate of fire at the cost of damage, this LMG from Black Ops 7 perhaps should have that feature, but we don't know. Nothing has really been confirmed about it. And that's pretty much it. I don't even know the name of this thing. Now back to guns that I could actually spot and know the name of. We have the Echo 12. This is a double barrel revolving tube Tavor TS12 inspired shotgun. It's really weird. I only recently noticed that this was a double barrel shotgun. So if you can notice from this inspect animation, this is a revolving 6-tube shotgun. So knowing that it's double barrel is going to load from 2 tubes at the same time. And I'm pretty sure that this is supposed to work similarly to the M1216 from Black Ops 2. That was also a revolving tube shotgun, but that one was full auto. Basically, you spend your 4 rounds or shells in full auto, then you rotate the magazine into a new tube, and then you can shoot your new 4 rounds. And then repeat the process until you empty the whole magazine. I'm pretty sure that that's how this Echo 12 is going to work, but in semi-auto. I'm assuming because every clip shown of this gun shows it working in semi-auto, not full auto. Also, given that it's double barreled, it seems like it's going to be quite strong, given how easily it can one-shot in areas where semi-auto shotguns in Call of Duty don't tend to one-shot kill all that well. So maybe this gun's gonna be kind of a menace. Perhaps we're gonna be in a bridgey situation once again. Hopefully not, but yeah, I thought this gun was pretty cool at least, and I suppose this counts as a successor to the M1216. Now, for the one sniper rifle shown in this whole thing, this is the VS Recon. Or am I supposed to read it as versus Recon? I'm pretty sure it's just VS Recon. But this is a bullpup bolt action sniper rifle. Now, if that rings any bells, you would think, oh, this is just the DSR-50 from Black Ops 2. But I'm here to break it to you, this is not the DSR-50. So if you look closely right here, it says 7.62 NATO, which means that this is not chambered in 50 BMG like the DSR-50, therefore it is not the DSR-50. Also, from the very few gameplay clips that we can see, this looks to be your Powerbolt sniper rifle. Powerbolt means that it has a slow ADS, but very reliable one-hit kill potential. So at least it seems to still work like the DSR-50 in Black Ops 2, but again, it's not the same gun, and for whatever reason, Treyarch likes to have 7.62 NATO as a super powerful kind of caliber. The LR762 in Black Ops 6 is the Powerbolt sniper. But I don't know. It's still a cool design, and it seems to be a callback to the DSR-50, but it is not that gun. So yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Also, very quickly, there is this launcher. I assume it's a launcher. When this was shown, my first thought was the Black Cell launcher from Black Ops 3. That was a lock-on only, meaning that it's your anti-score streak launcher. So perhaps that's what this is, or perhaps this is the one launcher in the whole game and it's either lock-on or free fire. We don't know, but it looks really cool at least. Now, to finish things off, let's talk about pistols. The one pistol that we could see quite well in this gameplay reveal is the TAC 45, or, well, now it's called the Jaeger 45. But it's pretty much a TAC 45 from Black Ops 2. This is a 45 cal semi-auto pistol. Not very high rate of fire, but it hits like a truck. It should be able to kill you in 2 shots up close. I'm assuming that it's going to work quite a bit like the USP 45s from Black Ops 6. And there is this gameplay here that confirms that pistols can be used in akimbo in this game as well. And yeah, that's pretty much all the guns that I could spot in this game, as well as the roles that it would fit into, most likely. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.